Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm doing an on-the-fly car reading because I can't not do a reading on Afghanistan. They've been so heavy on my heart for a long, long time now. I feel like I'm kind of in a constant state of prayer for them much of the time, sort of at the back of my mind. My soul is. So, the American troops and a lot of allies have moved out. In May of 2020, Trump had a meeting with the Taliban leaders and agreed to pull out. Um, they made some sort of agreement. Part of the agreement was to not shoot at any more U.S. soldiers, not kill any more soldiers of allies. But I don't know how much of the agreement, and then when Biden came in, had to do with the government that they probably would create when they probably would take over. Human rights issues, human rights violations. So my heart has been heavy. Biden has said that he feels this was necessary. It's such a complicated issue. Probably was. We shouldn't have probably been there in the first place. It's a situation where it was unsustainable long term. Half of the country still was with the Taliban. There was some civil war kinds of things. There were attacks planned from within. So difficult. But yet, was there a better solution than just pulling out? I worry about the women and the girls. I worry about the young men too. The men who fought with our forces, who fought for some freedoms in Afghanistan, for another government. But what? Okay, let me ask this, and also, you guys, I do want to shortly here join our energy together in sending really positive energy to them. Love, light, protection, absolutely. And I do want guidance in this reading about what we should do, what we should be asking our government to do in the U.S. here and many other places. I mean, it wasn't just the U.S. that was there helping. So let us see. What should we know about this source? Well, we've got 2 of coins, 2 of rods, and the sun. Okay, so maybe this is the 2 options for government there, right? A more democratic government and Taliban. This is trade. This is international trade. I do understand that economic sanctions have been threatened if the Taliban doesn't respect human rights. You know, no capitalist organizations there will be no commerce, you know. Is that effective, though? Is that going to be enough? Any promises that the Taliban made ahead of this, is that going to be enough? But then we have the sun. Then we have the sun shining upon them. And I keep getting that card for them. Maybe that's just Source saying all our love is shining upon them. We're helping. Yes, please do pray. Let us see. Let's do that right now, you guys. No fear. We let go of all negatives, guilt as well. And we just join our energies today, all of us listening, all of us with love in our hearts, only love. We ask for protection around all of those citizens of Afghanistan. We ask for protection around them. We ask for the sun to shine upon them, for the spiritual light and love in the universe to just lift them up, shine upon them, protect them. We do ask that there be movement within the Taliban organization toward a more responsible government, We do ask that. I sense that they're going to need to. I sense there is some movement. Oh, we ask for protection for the girls, for the women. We just do. We ask for so much protection, guidance, give them all wisdom, tell them what to do. And we ask for wisdom for the U.S. government, for the Biden administration, for all the allies. We ask for wisdom and finding ways to help. Oh, I just see them all being lifted up in light. All these immortal souls lifted up in light and love and power. Let the truth guide them. All right. Well, I thank you all for that. Okay, what should we do in the U.S.? How should we appeal to our government? What should we do? Let's see. Yeah, we have the Page of Swords. Share our concerns. Talk, write. Ace of Swords. It's like there's like secrets about this. Like we want more information. You know? Tell us how this decision was reached. Tell us why this decision was reached. Come on. You know? Queen of Cups. Compassion. We should be led by compassion, and we should write our lawmakers. We should write our current administration and express all of our concerns. Just pour it out on the paper, in the emails. We should call. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Oh, sorry. Okay, source. What is happening there, though? I did get right away, I'm so distressed, and I did get right away that part of the problem was it was a very civil war. They're such a patchwork of Taliban control versus Afghan government control and family members, right? So sometimes it was hard to protect information, all of that. Hard to protect the Afghan government soldiers and U.S. and allied forces when it was very easy for a Taliban soldier to be in their midst and posing as an Afghan soldier. So there was that. It was real messy. It felt hopeless. It felt like it could never be accomplished. I did get that. But what else? How were they seeing this? Well, a decision was made. Okay, so part of this was, Biden thought the decision's already been made several months before I take presidency, and so he felt like he had to honor it. A new beginning. They really did have hopes that this might be a new beginning for the Afghan government, but yet they had to know. They had to know. And King of Coins. Something with money. There was concerns about the ongoing cost. So I just feel like could it have been done better? Well, there's the White House. 7 of Coins. They didn't feel like there was any good way to do it. Lack of security, but lack of money. Agreement too. Agreement made. I see agreements made. I see decisions made. See, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know. And my God, we're all so concerned about it. This may sound crazy, but I had the feeling, there's a huge population there. And the U.S. has been known to absorb waves of immigrants. What if all those loyal to the Afghan government would have been shipped on over to us? Why not? The U.S. American public would never have bought that. But my gosh, that would weaken the government that was left, right? Oh gosh, I just feel like that would be a possibility with a different kind of awareness, a more spiritual kind of awareness that was commonly held about our oneness, you know. But right now, in today's political culture, no. I just saw the hope card flashing at me. I see the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Oh, goodness. The law. I do feel, you know, I have felt that authoritarian governments that are totalitarian, they will need to change. It's the oh, here it is again, the age of information. It's the age of information. The people in various countries, they have information. They are more critical of their governments. They do see different ways of doing things. They do get the truth. Even if there's a crackdown on the internet and all of that, they get the truth. So this brings forth a lot of pressure to democratize, really. But now that process, however, is a gradual one. And right now, we don't like to see a gradual one for the Afghan people. We do not like to see a gradual solution. Source, what else? What else should we know about this? What else should we do? Well, okay, overburdened. I think that means there are a number of things that our government can do to help. There are opportunities here, believe it or not. I think it is important that we all let our government know how important this issue is to us, how this is not okay. You know, yeah, pour our hearts out on letters to our lawmakers, to our administration. Absolutely, that's what I'm seeing. King of Swords. Oh, I think this will be a tough one for the Biden administration to explain. And there may be investigations or people looking into how was this plan made. I think that's true. 7. See, there's too much that's secret. There's too much that's secret. I feel like I don't know all of the reasoning behind the way this was done, the way it was done. But you know what? We should know. We should be given information. More communication, not less. Instead, I feel like there's a hesitancy to address this issue by the White House because they don't want to call attention to it. Well, it's a horrendous issue. The media is calling attention to it. Something needs to be done. So, Source, guide us. Guide the Afghan people. All of them. Yes, guide fighters within the Taliban, leaders within the Taliban, to form a government that is more respectful of human rights. Please, yes, guide them too. You know, they're going to be celebrating their victory. They'll have a new sense of responsibility. Oh man, all of the citizens of Afghanistan and Kabul right now, the last holdout from the Taliban. Again with the sun, again with the sun. Like, yes, there's a lot of supernatural power being flowing in to those people, into that city. The money, the King of Coins. I feel like I'm reminded that is the seat of a lot of business. There's a lot of value there. And as the Taliban thinks about this, as those leaders think about this, they may want to preserve more than we think they'll want to preserve. They may. And we have a little bit of good news. Well, I am continuing to pray for them. I will continue to ask my government for answers and call my government's attention to this issue. Yeah. And I thank you all for joining me in that. So this is a serious video, but it's a serious issue. So we just pray for growth through this understanding, greater compassion in our government and in our people. Well, I thank you all so much. Thank you so much for caring, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.